Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ayomide, just in case you're new here. On this channel I post DIY sewing tutorials, and in this particular tutorial I'm going to be showing us how I fix my invincible zip. This is an invincible zip. So I'm going to be showing us how to fix an invincible zip properly. And this is a miniature skirt pattern. I don't know if anybody can wear this. I'm just going to be using this for illustration purposes, but whatever I'm doing here applies to whatever it is you're doing, be it a skirt or a dress. The key thing is to have an understanding on how this zip works. Now this is an invincible zip. I'm going to be opening it. If you want to perfectly fix your invincible zip, the trick is to sew right under the teeth of the zip. Now if you look closely at what I'm doing, I'm going to be opening it up, and then your needle should sew right under here. It is when you sew right under that you would be able to properly fix this zip. It is when you sew right under that is when you're going to achieve that invincible effect. But if you sew right here, imagine sewing right here, it will still be showing, you would still be seeing your zip, but when you sew right under, it will be entirely invincible. And I'm going to be showing us how to achieve that. So this is my skirt pattern for the back. If yours is a dress, it is also the same thing. This is the waist, the hip, and the hem. So this is the zipper allowance side, and I'm going to be marking the zipper allowance, which is 1 inch. So I have marked out my zipper allowance of 1 inch. The next thing I will do is to determine the length of my zip. I want the zip. Now to determine the length, you can simply measure your zip. This zip is about 7.5 inches. Where the edge is about 7.5 inches. So I'm going to go for 6 inches so that we can still have an excess. From here, I'm going to be measuring 6. What I will do next is that I'm going to be sewing from here up until the end. So I'll go ahead and sew. I'm going to do a back stitch here, and then I'm going to be sewing it straight down. When I do that, this place will be left open. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead to stitch. Let me just flip it open. So I stitched from here all the way down, and we are going to be fixing our zipper here. What I will do next is to iron this open. I'll just go to the ironing table, and then I'm going to be pressing this open. So the crease line that will be formed from ironing would serve as a guide to fixing the zip. But before going to the ironing table, I want to show us something. This is called, these are my zipper foot. Some call it left and right. These are my zipper foots that I use with my sewing machine. If you're using a blackhead sewing machine, there is also a zipper foot for it. And with this zipper foot that I have, I commonly use this particular one. This particular one works properly for me. I also use this one, but I find it easy to use this one. You can see the way it's looking. So I find it easy to use this one other than this one. It's very easy for me to work with this. All right. So I'll just go ahead and iron, and once I'm done ironing, we're going to be changing the presser foot to the zipper foot, and we're going to be sewing. Alright guys, I have gone ahead to iron. You can see it. I iron it flat. This is the crease line, and it is going to serve as a guide. The next thing is to fix the zipper. What I'll do next is I'm going to be can see this is the right side of the zipper. It's facing downward. This is the wrong side of my fabric. I would flip it open. I would open it up. If you're working on a skirt and you want to fix a band, you would want to, depending on how you fix your band, if your zip will get to the band, that means you must have fixed your band. But if your zip will not get to the band, you can leave about half an inch, this excess, and then you just place your zipper this way, flip it open. You see what I did? I just picked this part of my fabric, the part we ironed, the zipper allowance, and then make sure that the teeth of my zip aligns with the crease line, and I'm going to be securing it down with a tape. Once I'm done securing it down, I'll just go ahead and sew it. Okay guys, so I'm on the sewing machine now. I've not stitched it down. When I'm sewing, I will just use this hand to flip it open and make sure that I stitch right under. Okay, so I'll just use my hand to flip it open and make sure that I stitch right under the teeth of the zip. So I'm done, and this is what it looks like. I would flip it to this other side. For the second side, for the part we haven't stitched, before pinning it down, I'm going to be bringing out this head. You're not supposed to sew it in. I'll just bring it out. Once it is out, I'll go ahead and pin my zip to my zipper allowance along the crease line. The crease line serves as a guide. So then I'll go ahead and sew. And when I'm sewing, I will also be opening up the zipper so that I can stitch right under it. This is the trick to sewing your invincible zipper properly. Alright guys, I'm done stitching. So I'll zip it up first to see. And this is what we have. You can see it, it is properly enclosed and concealed. It is very hard for you to even see the zip itself. So the trick to fixing an invincible zip properly is for you to sew right under the zip. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below. And until my next video guys, have a wonderful day.